Only a few more. 15. That's not bad. Get fucked. Get fucked. There we go. Can't really afford to fuck up, otherwise I
tried to focus on the now. The ravens who seemed everywhere all the time. Where did they hatch from? Were there giant raven hatcheries somewhere, or did they have families? Ooh, he didn't want to think about raven mummies raising their darling raven chicks. Yeah, Calvaris would help. He would make Renato feel better about using the Sky Ripper. And then Renato wouldn't have to worry about ravens ever again.
Indeed. And everything's going to be hunky-dory. Whoop, 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 whoop. Down you go! Oh, then not. Well, I mean, whatever. Up to you.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Maybe. Who knows? There's a red chest over there, so I need to get the Void Blade. As soon as possible. You just stop firing anything at me. Get fucked! There we go.
It was all coming back to him. He wondered what he'd remember next.
We'll see. We'll remember how to get this. Yoink. And we'll remember how to go over here. And get more hit points. There we go.
Imagine getting a horse up in one of these things. He would be cursing a blue streak.
I mean... Are we talking about a horse that's like you, as in a furry? Or are we talking about a horse that is a feral horse? Why can't I light this up? I don't even know. Up. 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 Anything over there? Nope, can't reach that far. This place is falling apart.
Open, says me.
Oh, okay, so let's just close that up.
The rebels were counting on Renato. He hoped Calaveras knew what he was doing.
Okay.
Boom!
And here I am, just smacking away these things and eating apples. Or whatever Boomba fruits these are from Crash Bandicoot. Up. Ah. Right, right. Calaveras! Bro!
Calaveras had never let him down.
Yeah, of course I can make it work better.
But when Renato explained about the strings, Calaveras grew thoughtful.
Oh, strings, you say? Well, the Arcana do speak of the ties that bind the world.
He drew many intricate symbols in the dirt.
Yeah, so According to my calculations, each time you fire, I'm afraid there's a 1 in 120 chance you'll destroy the universe.
That's pretty good odds. That's like rolling, what, 21 dice and they all come up 6. What are the odds of that?
What? No! It's more like 2.716s in a row.
Anyway, with those odds, it won't happen if I use it just once.
What? No. That's so not right. Look, each time you use it... Okay, look. Just don't use it ever. At all, okay?
Oh, well...
All right, I guess. As he sailed away from the mountains, Bernardo could see clouds darkening. Rain? No. Ships. Imperial ships, swarming thick as bees. This was it. The big battle. They could not afford to lose this one. What if it did not go well? What if he had to use the Sky Ripper? Could he gamble the universe? On the other hand, what were the odds of rolling 21 6s in a row?
Well, I'm pretty sure that if I fire it... of fucking course it's going to happen. Each time you fire it, there's 1 in 128 chances.
The battle was not going spectacularly well. What had the rebels been thinking? They'd been thinking he would bring the Sky Ripper, or the Iblis Stone, or that he'd sideline Zenobia somehow, or turn her. Couldn't he use the Sky Ripper just once? After all, if chances were 1 in 128, that meant he'd for sure be okay the first time. They'd get worse each time he used it, but the first time would be okay, right? He wasn't sure that it was right. So he didn't fire the Sky Ripper. He just brought it along, in case.
Huh. So can I build it? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Ah. Can I go back? Of course not. Down a ball.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
And of course, now I have it, but I can't use that bench anymore. Out of my way! Get out of my way!
I think this is yours, said Bernardo. But he couldn't hear his enemy's answer.
I wonder why. Well done. Up, up. There we go. Oh, almost at full health. Oh boy.
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
This way first. Yeah, so the game crashed, so we'll see how much progress we lost. And if we continue from a checkpoint, or if we continue from all the way from the beginning of the level. Remains to be seen. That's too bad. VDGT. Loading screen. I wonder if I should have verified the cache. Nah, I'm sure it will be fine. All hunky dory, and stuff like that. Beginning of the level. Can I...
The battle was not going spectacularly well.
Did I keep
What had the rebels been thinking? They'd been thinking he would bring the Sky Ripper.
Damnable.
Or the Iblis Stone. Or that he'd sideline Zenobia somehow. Or turn her. Couldn't he use the Sky Ripper just once? After all, if chances were 1 in 128, that meant he'd for sure be okay the first time. They'd get worse each time he used it, but the first time would be okay, right? He wasn't sure that it was right. So he didn't fire the Sky Ripper. He just brought it along, in case.
Yeah. Well,
Hoped his hook didn't break.
wait, what happened to the audio? Suddenly it's hella loud. There we go. Ow. You get fucked.
Well, now you're foxed.
Oh, come on. Whoop. Oh, look at that full health. More health. Where was it? All this health last time? Whee! 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 Whoop! Oh, 3 iron ores, or whatever that is.
Sometimes, Renata really hated inanimate objects.
I mean, don't we all? Whoop, whoop. That went better. This time I didn't blow that fellow up on my face. Okay, let's try this again. Well, this time I did blow that fellow up on my face. Gosh, yeah. Get over here.
So close to you.
Down you go. Oh, hit points. Awesome. Don't step on those. Whoop, whoop. Get fucked. There.
Someone had told him the odds didn't change just because you'd had a streak of good luck. His gut told him that was wrong, though. And he always listened to his gut. On the other hand, 128 chances to win. But one of them, he'd destroy the universe. Ooh, that seemed a bit serious.
Yeah, that's
Maybe he could defeat the Emperor without firing the Sky Ripper. Maybe he could bluff, but with a real weapon. Like in cards, when you had 3 knaves, but you pretended you had a fizzbin. That could work.
technically, I mean, but no, it won't work. That would be too easy. If you could just lie the whole thing.
Take a leap of faith, said the inscription.
Nope, fuck you. And your leap of faith. Ow! Well, that was hardly fair. Give me that shield. Oh boy, that didn't go too well. So, to a certain extent, this game is kinda like Hand of Fate, where the more you play, the more advanced enemies appear, right? Right. What is that? Buff and heal enemies. Fuck you and your stupid buff. Get fucked. Well done.
He set up the Sky Ripper and let it warm up. He would bluff if he had to. Zenobia came out, flanked by a very daunting platoon of ravens. You won't actually use that, she said in that annoying, I know everything because I'm a cat and you know nothing because you're just a fox voice she had. Or I know the odds. Good. Because there's a real chance you could destroy the universe. No, not the first time I use it. The odds are too low. What? No? Yeah, sure. The first time, the odds are practically nothing. They only go up if I use it a bunch more times. No, but that's not how odds work. Didn't you pay attention in class? Now surrender, or I'll use it. Just once, he said. Don't. He felt sure the odds were with him. He had to go with his gut. That's what heroes do. Fire, he said. Please? The Sky Ripper fired. With a tremendous whoosh, the Emperor's flagship went up in flames. It was awesome. And then he noticed there was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it, widening it. It grew larger, and even larger. Crates fell upwards into it, and the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror, as it poured into the ravenous hole. Ah, 1 in 128. What are the odds? Thought Reynardo, and then everything fell into the hole and was gone.
I mean, well...
Reynardo stared at the book. He was still alive. Again, and still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that.
Yeah, but like...
But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way.
Well...
It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill.
True.
But he'd learned another truth.